We all know it as Bomb Island. It's where the Doolittle Raiders practice dropping bombs out on Lake Murray. Well, our Chris Delkamp found something while out in the lake a few weeks ago and wanted to know if it had anything to do with those raids.
So recently I was out on Lake Murray and I found this piece of metal in the water. I didn't know what it was, but I knew there were some Doolittle raids that were practiced out on Lake Murray. So I brought the metal here to the South Carolina State Museum to talk to Dr. Jack Meyer to find out about them. What do you know about these raids and what took place out on Lake Murray?
Well, they were using what's called Bomb Island now. It was not called Bomb Island at the time. It was called Doolittle Island for a while. They were using Bomb Island as a target for practice raids, getting ready for their raid on Tokyo. And these people were relatively new at this at the time, so they were practicing to hone their skills, if you were.
Okay.
And the practice bombs they used were exactly the same as the ones they would use normally. They weighed the same and everything, except they were made out of thin sheet metal with a spotting charge on the back so they could tell where they dropped them. And they would have the same flight characteristics as a regular bomb.
So I know you said you did a little research before I got here,
but you told me what you had. Yeah.
Here it is. What do you think?
Well, this is part of the spotting charge.
So that's a piece of a dud bomb.
It's a piece of a practice bomb.
Practice bomb.
They're not duds, they're practice bombs.
Gotcha.
Okay. And what it is this fit in the back of the bomb. The entire bomb is about 4 feet long, and it's made out of thin sheet metal, but it has this heavier piece in the back, which has this gadget right here, along with a shotgun shell that fit up here.
Wow.
And what happens is when the bomb strikes the ground or the water, the inertia of the strike will force the shotgun shell into this right here. Well, that will set the shell off, and what that does is that sets off a black powder charge, and that black powder charge puts out a puff of smoke that the people in the airplane can see, so they know where they actually hit the target. Wow. They know exactly where they hit. And the idea is they're trying to hit a specific spot.
So how often do you see something like this?
This is the first one I've ever seen, actually.
Really?
Coming out of Lake Murray, yeah.
Wow, so it's a pretty rare find.
It's a rare find. It is a rare find. It's from about 1942, 43.
Oh,
probably 42, because that's when they were practicing. It's a cool item. It's a very significant item from that particular period. So, you know, it's neat.
All right.
It really is neat. And like I said, that's the first one I've seen come out of that area. I've seen them in museums, and I've seen them like in the Smithsonian when I went to the Air and Space Museum.
All right. Kind of thing. I declare that I'm officially part of South Carolina now. Doctor, thank you so much for chatting with me.
You're quite welcome.
All right.
Neat piece.
Awesome.
Well, you may remember back in 2005, an entire B-25 bomber that crashed in Lake Murray during those practices was brought up. That is currently on display at the Southern Museum of Flight in Birmingham, Alabama.